Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a quick look review on the CTtoys Agent Anti-Venom. I usually do Dragon Ball type figures, SH figure, stuff like that, Demoniacal Fit. But I decided to do it for this guy too because he's so damn awesome. And I got the last one of this one as well, um, the regular version from CTtoys. But I also have the official Recoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom. And I'm going to do a comparison, a scale comparison to all of them so you guys can see the difference in height. But as far as their articulation goes, it's exactly the same as the Recoltech one. Obviously, the CTtoys figures, both of them, come with a little bit of QC issues, which is easily fixable with some oil. The one I use is silicone oil. But anyways, let's get to it and check this out. At this point, everybody I think is familiar with the accessories it comes with, right? If you have the original Agent Venom, you know that it comes with a lot of accessories, right? And if you have the CTtoys one, then you know which ones it comes with as well. Definitely comes with the same thing, just white version, right? It's really awesome that they put in this head sculpt right here with the red eyes and the black teeth like that. I love that. And even the tentacles have like a pearlescence to them, so that's pretty cool. I did get this from AliExpress. The box is a little beat up here. That's probably the last thing they need to work on, making sure the boxes get here intact, right? But other than that, I got it pretty fast. It was like $28-$30, something like that. But yeah, AliExpress, you'll definitely be able to find this guy there. Just make sure it says CT on it, because I think they have like a bootleg version that's non-brand, that's not CTtoys. Don't get that one. Make sure it says CTtoys. And there you go right there. So this guy is really awesome, like I said. And what makes this one even more sick is that this is the only version that's in existence right now with these types of joints and this level of articulation and this level of detail, etc., etc. I think they have a Marvel Legends version, but I'm not a Marvel Legend fan when it comes to characters that need articulation because they don't have it. They just don't do it. But this guy, yeah, they use pearlescent on some of the other places where they had the black on the black version, and that pearlescent looks nice. You guys could see it on there, right? It definitely looks sick as hell. Let me show you the face and up close. You guys can see, all right? It's pretty damn awesome. I will say, like I said, actually, let me grab it right now. Okay, so right here I have the other CTtoys version. This is the original CTtoys version of Agent Venom. Like I said, I do have the Recoltech one. I'm gonna bring that in a second. But I ended up trying him out because I was watching videos and I saw that this guy was that good, and I was like, man, I gotta find out for myself, right? Because I did want to get a second version of the Amazing Yamaguchi version because I missed out on the head sculpt, the Venom head sculpt. But first I thought I didn't want it, I didn't need it, I didn't care for it. But once I had the figure, I was like, man, I gotta get the head sculpt. So they were doing a reissue. My first Amazing Yamaguchi cost like $150. I got him for $150. It's an expensive figure, but it's definitely awesome. And I was planning on getting a second one when they did the reissue, right, for this particular head sculpt, but then these guys showed up, so they pretty much saved me over $100, and I got this guy for like, I don't know, 27, 30. Yeah, about. And I don't have the need to get a second copy of the Amazing Yamaguchi with this head sculpt. This one does just fine, more than that. But yeah, this is definitely the last version they did. Both of these are CTtoys. On this one, this guy had tight hips, legs. I'm sorry, hips, thighs, waist. I think maybe shoulder, maybe the shoulders. I don't remember, but I definitely use shock oil. Once you do that, it works fine. Oh, and this leg used to pop out a lot. I ended up gluing it in there permanently. It still swivels. I just made it, I permanently glued it to the connection where it's supposed to pop into, but the functionality is still 100% there. So had to fix this one a little bit more, but I think with this one, they definitely did way better. They did so much better because all I had to do was put oil on the hips and the waist, and that was it. And everything else was smooth, so smooth. And like I said, the result is amazing, and I love it. Like I said, it's the same articulation, the same potential for movement that the original Amazing Yamaguchi has at this point. I think everybody knows that, right? But this is the scale between these two. And if you haven't gotten this guy and you want to save some money, I recommend get this guy, the CTtoys version of Agent Venom. It comes with both head sculpts, and you're going to save yourself a ton of money. So back to this guy right here. Like I said, I put oil on the hips, but the articulation is definitely the same as the original and as the last CTtoys Agent Venom that came out. So definitely can do the splits all the way. That does happen and it pops out. So you can see I put a little bit of oil on the hip too right there. So that's what you do. You just put a little bit of oil and then it gets the movement going. Let me get a little leverage. All right, sorry, I needed a little bit of leverage for that to pop back in. It pops in easily though, not a big deal. But like I said, other than that, the articulation is all there. The ab crunch is, you know, phenomenal. The head looks down that much. Sorry, like I was saying, the ab crunch is, like I said, insane. Back that much. Everything else feels smooth. Like the torso just feels really smooth. The bicep. I will say the bicep swivel was slightly stuck, but once you move it, it unpops and then it's smooth. So that's cool. Elbows, wrists, everything else was smooth and working perfectly. The only thing I haven't gotten around to doing, and I probably leave it the way it is the thigh swivel is still a little stuck. But the leg already swivels without the actual thigh swivel moving decently. So I think I might just leave it like that, only because I don't want to have to like pop that out, and if it's already on there real good. So I don't know, we'll see. But other than that, like I said, the articulation is there. Excellent figure. I definitely recommend you guys get this. I don't know, for a $25-$30 figure, it's like the price of a Marvel Legend, but these guys have seemed to perfected the $25-$30 figure, right? Not only that, they're, you know, it's a mold that already exists with the Agent Venom from Recoltech, right? That's the articulation on a figure like that is just, it's insane. So anyways, I'm gonna bring the other guys out so you guys can see the scale difference real quick. Let me stand them up properly so that there's no confusion. Give me 1 second. All right, this one here is the actual Recoltech Agent Venom. You'll recognize it because there is a slight size difference for sure. Let me bring it up there. Like I said, there is a slight size difference when it comes to that guy. And then I'll bring out the other one as well. So I'm going to put him on the side, put him in the middle, and then I'll put him on this side right here. So you guys can see. There you go, just like that. Do I have it pretty evenly lined up? I'll make sure their feet are nice and lined up. Okay, it's as good as I can do it. There you go. And there you go right there. That's all three of them. I love these figures. I cannot stress how great the CT figures are. I definitely don't have, like I said, the need to buy a second copy of the original. This is the original right here, by the way. This is the original Amazing Yamaguchi Recoltech. And these two right here are the CTtoys versions. I cannot stress how great these figures are, especially for the value. You get an insane figure with the level of articulation as this guy, as well as the accessories. So there you go. And as far as scale goes, like I said, this guy is slight. It's a very small, slight amount. He's slightly smaller. I'm sorry. This guy's slightly bigger, and he's also slightly wider. Very slight. It's very barely noticeable. Like if you pose these guys in your DTOF separately or wherever your setup is, you're not going to notice the size difference, right? I'm going to have all three posed up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have him with the other Venom head sculpt. Actually, let me get that out here real quick. And there he is right there with the with his Venom head sculpt. And man, that thing looks insane, right? Look at that. That is just one vicious looking Venom head sculpt. I love that they put red eyes on it. It just pops with all that white and the pearlescent. But anyways, like I said, there's the scale. I'm not going to go in too much into the movement of the figure because it's the same thing as this one. By now, everybody's familiar with it. The articulation is the same on all three. Obviously, this guy is definitely going to be a little smoother on the joints because he is a Recoltech or an authentic. But for joints that still move the same as this, even though these might not be as smooth, it is a damn great figure. So Scale is great. They look great together. They're gonna pose great together. That's just how it is. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, give me a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, and I will be putting some posing shorts of actually all three. I don't think I've done any for any of them. I'm gonna try to do something creative with all three, so look out for that. Take care.